I think it's only fitting we start every video with my cute little puppy, Perry. Say hi to everyone, Perry. Hi. He's a bit of a rascal.
A gift from the forest. Route! A gift from the forest.
Sunny days, Saplings. Today we're gonna do a full game commentary on a game I played using Liandry's Torment. Now, we were against a Lee Sin, and as you can see here, we have a Nasus in the top lane, Ahri in the mid lane, Varus, and Pyke. I like playing with Pyke as Ivern because it gives us a chance to have a damage support, and so I think our comp is pretty good. Other than I'm not a huge fan of Nasus, I think his early game liability is generally just not very useful. You'll notice some weirdness happening on the enemy team. They have an AP top laner in Mordekaiser, which is good because his early game is also not amazing. So that lets our Nasus kind of have a good chance to scale around. But they have a Vi mid, which on the one hand, if Vi plays it correctly, could all in the Ahri with the Lee Sin's help. But on the other hand, the Ahri should have the push in the lane, which gives us pressure and we're able to play to these lanes. So the number one thing you want to do when starting out these games is look at your champions, look at their champions. Which side of the map are you on? Is your blue side camps on the top side of the map or the bot side of the map? That's very important to determine kind of where you're going to be for most of the time. And so you want to find out which lanes have pressure, which lanes are going to be losing lanes, winning lanes, which lanes are going to allow you to have the flexibility and the freedom. So you'll see here, we're going to be doing the ward trick. So we're going to just place the ward down there, and then I'm going to recall for a sweeper. I really want a sweeper to make sure I can clear out all the areas so Lee Sin can invade us. If we're talking about the blue side camps again, the reason that I say that is Ivern can't do the Krugs on the red side of the map. So that limits which camps you're able to do, making Ivern's strong side his blue side, because you can do Gromp and Wolves. That's where Ivern gets most of his gold from. So in this game, that would typically be the top laner. If we didn't have a Nasus, I would be looking to try and get our Nasus, or try and get our top laner ahead. But because of how the lanes are situated here, we actually want to just counter gank for the Nasus, make sure he doesn't get far behind. But if him and Mord go even, that's fine for us. In the mid lane, we want to make sure that Ahri's pressure is being utilized properly. If Vi overcommits, is over aggressive, goes all in, we want to be there to punish her. If Ahri has the push in the lane, we want to be able to invade this Lee Sin and have the Ahri roam with us. In the bot lane, they have Twitch Yuumi. That is maybe the most passive bot lane you could possibly have. And we have a Pyke, which is one of the most aggressive supports. A lot of this game, we want to play around the Pyke, play with the Pyke, make sure the Pyke is following us, and help bot lane get ahead, get kills. So you'll see here, we're using our F keys a lot because we need to figure out how top lane's going, how mid lane's going, and you'll notice Vi's being very aggressive, which is a telltale sign that we can gank her. The other thing is F keys allow you to check the wave states, the minions, to see when a lane's going to be pushing and allow you to gank accordingly. Here you'll notice the blast cone was taken by somebody. I'm not sure. I can't remember if I took it or not. But we're doing our standard clear here. Wolves, blue, Gromp. Go over, smite the red, take the raptors, go back, collect your blue side. Ideally, you want to be using the blast cone to do the blast cone trick. If you need more info on the blast cone trick, make sure to check the video up there. And then we want to try and get some pressure here on mid lane because using the F keys, we saw that Vi was very, very aggressive. So here we're able to make a quick gank. And yeah, we got sums. Ahri had a nice follow-up charm. Mordekaiser roamed from the top lane, but luckily we got the kill and we hit both of our Qs here. And this is exactly what I mean by playing around Pyke. So Pyke is going to be looking most of this game to try and capitalize on what we're doing. So now that we're done our clear here, we can go and just secure the Scuttle Crab and look for a play bot lane. Top lane, there's no play to be had. Mid lane, we just got a successful gank. Bot lane is the only place we could possibly go. And so that's what we're looking for. It's unlikely that their bot lane should be this aggressive, but Pyke ends up landing a wonderful hook. We're able to follow up CC and end up getting the kill. So a really good early start. 2 kills in the bot lane. That lane doesn't have a lot of escapes. They don't have a lot of survivability. So we're able to make them pay here. And we have 1100 gold for a nice back. We're gonna end up getting our CDR boots. I'm a big fan of CDR boots. I think they help with kiting, they help with ability haste, of course, and they're 100 gold cheaper than the other boots. So that allows us to get the Dark Seal and the Control Ward because of our wonderful start here. And then we know Vi cleared around, so Vi is gonna most likely be ganking bot lane, but our camps are coming up on the top side of the map. So we wanna make sure we mark our Gromp and our Wolves first here, and then go bot lane to counter gank, sorry, the Lee Sin, not the Vi. That being said, the Lee Sin, that's because he most likely just did his red side, and then he'll go back to the blue side. So you see me here pinging the blue side of the map, just letting my bot lane know that's where I expect Lee Sin to be, and we're gonna make our way over there. So the beautiful thing about our first clear is it gives us the flexibility to go top if we need, gives us the flexibility to go mid if we need, or bottom. So like we could have skipped our Raptors, just gone to his Raptors. So there's a lot of different mind games that are going on here. We have a strong lane in Ahri. Our bot lane is very safe right now, so I can take these chickens and just kind of, Nasus is in the base, Varus is in the base. There's no risk of gank in either of those 2 lanes. So if I shadow the Ahri here, who's hard pushing, her pressure gives me the opportunity to invade his chickens. Plus, it lets me shadow her from any potential ganks, keeping both of us safe, essentially. The obvious play here on the map is the dragon. Ivern has a tough time doing dragon before level 6, but we see Lee Sin's trying to greet it. So he's only level 4 right now. We are level 5 already. He had a poor start. And because of that control ward, we're able to grab the pick there and secure the dragon. So the Lee Sin didn't see that control ward, greeted it out. But again, because of our jungle pathing, we're in the right spot at the right time to make the correct play. And our bot lane has the advantage. We have strong side in the bot lane. There's no reason we shouldn't be making a dragon play around level 5 or 6 anyway. Smite that, grab Daisy. Now we can make a Daisy play. So whenever Daisy's up, you want to be as aggressive as possible. My mid lane is fully pushed. She is backing, so it's a little bit scary. My bot lane has full push. There's no reason not to just go and swag his blue buff as our smite's coming up. Now we have our empowered smite, and this is such a good start for us. We're going to look to build some AP on our Ivern here, because honestly, they have scaling champs with the Twitch Yuumi and the Mordekaiser Yuumi. We see Lee Sin's level 4 here, so we want to make a play. And I knew Pyke was roaming up. These skirmishes are really good for our comp. He flashes, I get the flash Q on him. He doesn't ward jump away or anything, and we end up getting the kill. So with our comp, we get outscaled eventually, right? We have Varus, Pyke, who are fine in the bot, or who are fine late game. We do have Nasus as well, but in general, the Twitch Yuumi Mordekaiser should be very strong in the late game. And we have a lot of early game advantages with the Ahri, Pyke, and Ivern is a mid game playmaker. So that's why these skirmishes are great for us. We want to get as much of an advantage early as we can before the Yuumi really comes online, before the Pyke and Mordekaiser really come online. And yeah. Plus, Lee Sin is kind of useless later on in the game, right? So that also helps us. I'm trying my best to run here as quick as I can, try and help him not die, but unfortunately I was just not able to save him, but we were able to pick up the kill, so it's still worth the effort here. Now we can mark our blue side camps and look for a herald play. And again, it's all about reading the lanes, reading the advantages your team has. Pyke is all the way in the top lane right here. We're looking to make a play on the Vi. I don't have Daisy, he doesn't have ult, so we don't have a lot of damage, but we're gonna do our best to make it work here. And we just auto a bit, Vi ends up getting away, but I mean, it's no problem. We stopped her from hard pushing the lane. Nasus can get these stacks now, and because Pyke's on the top side of the map and the red buff's coming up, I ping him to assist me, and just another buff taken away from the Lee Sin. If the Lee Sin shows up, we have a level advantage on him. Once Ivern has Daisy, he has the advantage against Lee Sin, as long as Lee Sin's not overly fed. And our blue side camps here should be marked. I can't remember if we marked them all. I think we're going to mark them all right now. We see Lee Sin up there. We want to make sure he doesn't take our crab. I should have let the blue finish mark there, but it's fine. Doesn't really matter. And so we see Lee Sin is 6, but we are 7, and we're a lot stronger than him. So even though he has his ultimate, we're able to just make it work. Vi comes in. Not sure why. I end up missing my Q there. Otherwise, it's a free kill. But I have to back it off there. Always want to hit your Qs, of course. We need to mark our blue camps here, but it looks like Morden and Nasus were getting into it. Unfortunately, there's a pink ward. So the only things on the map, Dragon is down right now. So the things on the map are the Herald. Because we popped Daisy in the previous exchange, we want to start the Herald. If Daisy's already out, then it's really good to start a neutral objective, because Daisy really helps for the neutral objective, but sometimes it's not worth to use Daisy for just the neutral objective, if that makes sense. Like if she's already out, it's really good because you got something for Daisy plus the neutral objective, but it's not really worth to just pop Daisy for the Herald. Ari gets a kill here. Lee Sin's poking around, but there's not a lot he can do to us, and we can go back and mark our blue side camps. Even though we should have done that a long time ago. So we would be snowballing even harder if we're able to do that. But even as such, we're sitting on 2,200 gold here. I think I make the choice to just wait for these camps so that I can get 2,500 gold. Because I thought I was going to go Moonstone. But then I think I get distracted and I don't even base because Dragon's coming up. So right now Dragon's coming up and my bot lane just inted, which isn't great. But because we have such a big lead on Lee Sin and Ari's just coming out of the base, if Lee Sin turbo greeds it here, we know their bot lane backed because they were really low. So if Lee Sin turbo greeds the Dragon, we can mess him up. But we basically just want to make sure they're not taking it. And then on our so they do start it here. Now that our bot lane's back, we do have the option to contest if we want. So I pull out Daisy. Pyke is sitting in the bush. He uses our bush as a little trick, which is really nice. And then there's 3 plates left on the bot turret. So we're gonna want to take the drag and herald to the bot lane. Lee Sin should never steal this. If he goes on that Q, he'll just die, which is fine. Looks like Varus just ults him and they're gonna get the kill anyway. I'm focusing on the objective here. We end up missing our Q on their bot lane, but we saw their bot lane at the Dragon. So this means we could quickly rush to the bot wave and pop the Herald before they get there, getting the first tower plates and getting the first tower bonus gold, which is really, really good. Plus it unlocks Pyke on the map. So now Pyke can help us even more. A beautiful flash Q combo by me. He flashed into my Q, which is really pog. That is such a sick play. And we end up getting the one. And then I missed the second one because I'm sometimes really boosted. Pyke misses his pull. We don't end up getting the second kill. But we did get the initial kill and the tower. Really, really good play. So here we want to go back and grab our red buff, but we have 3,500 gold, which is not typical. You normally would back, 1,500, 1,000, 2,000. You should back it like way before this, But as such, we're able to just, we already have our Dark Seal, so we're able to just straight up buy Leandries. The reason I chose Leandries here is Mordekaiser does end up getting pretty tanky. Vi is pretty tanky. And with the Yumi shields and stuff like that, we want to have sustained damage because these fights are going to last a little bit longer. So I felt like Night Harvester would not be as good as Leandries in this game if the fights lasted longer than like a bursty kind of fight. Plus the burn damage from Leandries might get somebody into Pike ult range, which is kind of crazy. So here they're fighting. It was a good counter gank by Pike actually, and then we're able to grab the kill. Our shield gets the slow, so that's why I chose Leandries over Night Harvester for this particular game. And then our next, if we do end up getting 10 stacks here, but I mean I played this game so I know we do, then we're gonna grab the Medjais, of course. So their bot lane overcommits. They overcommit in the mid lane here. We're able to make it work. Mordekaiser doesn't end up ulting me. I don't have enough damage even with the Leandries to kill this cat on time. So I try my best, but there's just nothing I could do. She got to the tower before I could kill her. But the Mord is low. Mord was able to get the kill on Pike, but we're able to finish him off here, so no problemo. We're fed enough there. So now we want to make sure we keep getting our camps. The mid tower is low. Nasus is free farming, and this game is going very, very well. It's 18-12, so it doesn't feel like that much of a stomp, but honestly, this game has not been close. Their Vi hasn't been able to get anything done. A lot of it has just been Pike and me roaming around the map, making good plays and counter ganking the Lee Sin. So the Lee Sin has really been not effective, and it's like, you need to think about it differently, right? It's not that we were hunting down the Lee Sin, chasing him around the map and trying to 1v1 him, right? It's using our advantages on the map to ensure Lee Sin has nothing to do by taking his camps, taking the Herald, being in position on our pushing lanes, letting our weak lanes freeze their waves, counter ganking him. He has nothing he can do, right? And it's not because we keep killing him, it's because we're playing the map so well that he's being suffocated out of being useful. So here our team was able to get a couple kills and we're pushing down the mid lane. You'll see Baron is spawning, but I don't think we'll be able to do the 20-minute Baron here. So we did end up picking up our Medjais. We have 10 stacks here. Don't want to get ulted by that guy, but Ahri does get the charm off. We do a lot of damage. Ahri does a lot of damage. Daisy ends up grabbing the kill here. And now we have Pike. He's going in. We end up hitting the clutch Q on the Lee Sin, even though the Pike missed his hook. We grab that kill. We grabbed the second kill here. Oh, nope. She actually Qs away. Boosted flash Q by me, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. I don't know what I was hoping for there, but yeah, don't do that. Ahri ults in, misses the charm. We just tell Daisy to hit the inhib while we're kind of hanging out here. So I don't think we end up getting it. And so we're going to back off. We don't want to overcommit. We keep missing all of our CC abilities. So the Infernal Drag is up. That should be the play. There's also another Herald up, but Infernal is very important for us. So I tell the team to go grab that. The second Herald is really not that beneficial. Like, what's the second Herald going to get us? A tier 2 in the bot lane? Like, it doesn't really matter. So having a team fight and risking everything for second Herald is not that good. But we've been stacking drags all game. So we want to fight for this drag. We want to make sure we get it. This mid jungle duo is being very aggressive. They have no prio here. They should not be doing that. One can only assume it's because Twitch is close, but we just saw Twitch by their red buff, so we have nothing to be afraid of. That's why I saw Twitch on the minimap by the red buff. He's not even here yet. That's why we're making these plays. Daisy's getting knockups, getting Qs off. We end up getting the kill. We got the pull. Oh, I missed my cue on the flash. I wasn't expecting it, but he did end up getting rooted. So here, the enemy team's mechanically misplaying. They're not focusing. Like, we could have started the objective right away, but we wanted to make sure, since we had the advantage, Pike and I are a lot stronger right now than the, which is funny to say, than the Vi and the Lee Sin. But yeah, we're actually just going hard in the paint on them. We're up to 20 Magi stacks. This game is basically over, but you'll see how our early game decisions ended up snowballing us into this advantageous position. It wasn't 1v1 prowess. It wasn't mechanically outplaying our opponents. It was, well, I mean, we did mechanically outplay our opponents, but it was mostly map movements and macro play that ended up securing us this victory. So that's what I really want you to take away from this video. That's what I want you to think about. Sure, our Pike was good. Sure, our Varus didn't int. Sure, our Ari had, like, they had a Vi mid. But quite honestly, this game could have gone wrong in a number of different ways, and we were just able to make it work with superior map play and movement. So yeah, I think we just push down here and end up ending the game very quickly. The Lee Sin isn't able to do anything. The Mordekaiser ult wasn't able to do anything. Our Nasus didn't do anything. Mordekaiser didn't do anything, and that's exactly how we wanted it. We wanted the game to end before those champs even became relevant. It's the same reason I hate Kayle, same reason I hate Nasus, same reason I hate Mordekaiser. They are just not useful, especially if they get even a little bit behind. So look at the damage we end up doing to with 25 Magi stacks and full Leandries. We're kind of wrecking them here. Our team trolls a little bit. We're not really ending. I'm not sure why. I get knocked out by that Vial, but we're keeping our Ari alive. We're just making sure everyone stays alive here. Hopefully the enemy overcommits onto us and we're able to make it work. So Daisy's doing work here. We got Pike with the wombo combos here. Daisy knock up, and just like that, enemy team overcommits. I'm sure they were done playing. I think they're flaming in the chat. I'm not really sure, but yeah, just like that, we end the game. We have 2,200 gold in our pocket. We have a full Leandries, a fully stacked Magi's, and Daisy's gonna help us end the game here. So games like this are exactly why I think Pike and Ivern are a really good support combo. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this full-length commentary on the game. That's kind of how I viewed the game. Really working on map play, macro, and hitting your cues when you need to. Making sure that you're really getting up there and being assertive, being aggressive, not sitting back and letting the enemy team dictate, but really making plays. So I thought this was a really cool game. We ended it with 25 Magi stacks. And yeah, if you like this kind of content or you want to see these games played live, I play them over on my Twitch, twitch.tv/MossyElder. We'd love to see you there. But if you like this, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. All the support that you guys have given me over the years. I think we've been doing this for a couple of years now, and I love it. I love it so much. It's really fun. I do this just basically for the passion. And so if you guys want to support me and support what we do, hit that sub button. And yeah, I hope you guys have a sunny day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.